speaking about your role during the movement and what you've been working on is incredible. How would you recommend that people create sustainable support beyond just using the Black Lives Matters hashtag? How can we make sure that this lasts?
It's a hard question, but a really important question. I'll pull from two examples of what I've seen in my network. So one is building awareness around like what needs to be done, right? And making sure that there are policies and institutional changes that are promoted within schools, for example, right? That's what I've seen recently in the schools that I've gone through, and also in some of the educational programs that I've gone through. And so I think that if you are, like, everybody is a part of something, right? So I think it's important that whatever you're a part of, that you tie back to other folks in the program and ask them, like, are there ways that these programs can change to better support you and your experience and your leadership development, or you and your educational goals? I think that it's important to, in that process, have a wide perspective and keep your mind open to hear other perspectives that aren't your own, especially if you're not a member of the Black community or if you're not a person of color as well. We don't know everything, like, and so it's super important to make sure that there is breadth in terms of the perspectives that a person is willing to listen and willing to support and empower, right, for more sustainable change. The other piece that I've seen are folks like organizing financially, right? So I've seen peers of mine who are working at corporations who have donation matching programs, right? And so that, like, I've seen one peer, for example, go ahead and like do a campaign for people to balance their Venmo, like send their Venmo balances to him, and he'll donate it to make sure that it gets matched to the max extent that he can match. So I think that that's another example of like just thinking about what access do you have, right? And in his case, it's access to a corporate matching program that had unrestricted kind of donations to organizations that support Black Lives and Black Lives Matters movement. And leverage that, right? Like, who else can you get on board to make sure that more funds are put in to support this work in these organizations, so that your impact is multiplied.
Thank you so much. I think that you created a really phenomenal and tangible roadmap as to ways that you can support beyond the hashtag, talking about starting with not making assumptions, having open and honest conversations, listening during those conversations, creating those action steps, and identifying those key stakeholders to make that happen.